Hello, welcome back to Let's Watch Out for Fireballs play The Binding of Isaac. I've got a cold. I'll warn you about that right now. So if my voice sounds like I've got a cold, I've got a cold. And so I'm going to play Isaac again just because it gives me a chance to show off more of the game. Because I know a lot of people who watch these are pretty new to it. I'll switch to some other characters eventually and maybe just settle on random at some point. One thing I thought of between last episode and this episode is I have a lot of items that I unlocked that you guys are not going to see. So it's probably a good idea to do those challenge runs. On the main menu, there's challenges. If you do those, you're going to unlock stuff, and for the most part, they're good, and they are going to, having those in your rotation is going to be helpful. This is the regular boss or regular enemy version of Blastocyst. He's a boss. That key is probably worth using a bomb for, but we're going to wait just a moment. If I get another key or two, I'd probably rather use it for the secret room. And again, as last time, I'm kind of hoping to have some bad luck, so you guys can see what bad luck looks like. This is Mom's pad. I'm going to pick it up just so it doesn't show up again. It's gross. See all the flies around it. It makes enemies, it's the worst of the immobilized enemies for a time enemy items because it also makes them scoot away from you, and that makes them harder to hit. So we're going to re-roll this. We get Cupid's arrow. This makes my, you don't get this item very often. It makes your items pierce through enemies and hit multiple enemies. It's pretty good. And it is a pretty rare item. Again, always worth going into these. Got me a spirit heart. And showed me the secret room is. I am going to do the secret. I'm going to sacrifice some health here. And the reason being is I have that spirit heart, so I'm going to gain half a spirit heart. And I have a regular heart up here. And since that's a secret room, I am going to use a bomb to get this key. In general terms, keys are more valuable than bombs. We don't have enough money to go to the shop, so we're just going to fight the boss. Let's see, we've got Larry Jr. This weapon is excellent for Larry Jr. See how it's passing through all the segments of him? Oops, I shouldn't have taken damage there. It's passing through all his segments. It's going to do damage for every time it hits him. He's considered kind of, each of those segments of his worm-like body is its own enemy. As you see, they die individually as well. So if I can line him up in a line, I do a lot more damage to him. That health bar up there is just kind of an aggregate of his entire health. So it's no problem. Range upgrade, I really wish I had. This could be that bad run I was hoping for. I really wish I had a reroll for that. As you can see, my range is fine. Didn't really need that. I would have much preferred a health or a damage upgrade. There's only a couple items worse than a range upgrade. And even a speed would have been okay because I would have been able to get away from these guys a little bit easier. You'll see how I led them down here up against this wall. That's because when they blow up, they can reveal a secret room. Good tactics. Because I went into this floor with more than 5 cents, I had a chance of getting an arcade on this floor. I did get that, and I may end up playing that a bit, so we'll see how the rest of this plays out. Now, my reroll is ready, so I am going to fight the boss right away. So if I have to use it, if I end up needing another one, it'll be fine. Now this is a really difficult boss to fight with the items I have now. This guy's kind of tough anyway. The trick to Gerty Jr. here is to kind of play chicken with him because your shots will actually kind of cause him to veer away from you. However, my shots don't have any impact. I have no knockback on my shots because of Cupid's arrow. So he's just going to keep running right towards me, and I just need to be able to dodge him. And it's tricky. This is a tough boss fight. One of the toughest I could fight at this point in the game, if not the toughest, actually. If you don't have Cupid's arrow like I do, he can actually be a lot easier. And as you can see, I might die here. Just a last-ditch effort to kind of hit him with a bomb because I think that would have probably finished him off. I hope I don't die here. That would be embarrassing. And that is the worst item I could get from a boss room. Reroll that for an HP up and damage up, the best item I can get from the boss room. And that's a lot better. So I feel a little bit better, but you see how close you can come to failure right off the bat, even if you've got a lot of experience playing the game. That's the thing about Cupid's arrow is you lose all knockback properties on your shots. so that can be a real problem. So I can see there's a boss trap room. That means I am going to use the arcade. If I get hit again, I won't even have to, because I'm playing really poorly. More or less blame the cold for that. Yeah. So that door over there on the right, I can only have one heart to get in there. So I'm gonna check and see what this is first. Quad shot. That's excellent. That's gonna go a long way towards making this viable. So you need to just have one heart. You can have spirit hearts as well. Let me see what they're offering me. The crate is worth it. I'm going to grab the spirit heart right off the bat for a little added security. You fight 2 bosses in these for 1 boss item. So the exchange, isn't perfect. It's just good because, it's an extra opportunity. You really want to stack items in the Binding of Isaac. And the crate gives you 1 of every type of non-permanent item. So you get a trinket. I got this. That is the umbilical cord, which is probably the worst trinket in the game, or second to worst. That's no good. But you get a bomb, a key. You got another key. You get a card. 2 of spades doubles my keys. That's pretty good. I'm going to use this pill first. Range up. Fine. I'll take the umbilical cord. That gives me decent familiar when I am down to half a heart. But that's not enough to make a big difference. Alright, let's see what this guy does. Health up, that's excellent. So things are looking up. Probably the best pill you can hope for. You can see the piercing shots doing their magic. And just having quad shot makes a big difference. I got that damage up from meat, which is really cool. But just having, shooting 4 times as much. So I've got 7 cents. It's not quite enough to go into the shop and make that worthwhile, but it is enough to spend a little bit of time in the arcade. Now the arcade is boring, so that's why not everybody goes to it. But in general, it's a good idea. If you just got, you notice I've already gotten a heart out of this from the slot machine over here. So I'm just gonna, and then 2 spirit hearts. That's actually excellent. I'm semi-tempted to spend a little bit of money on the blood bank. I'm not going to, though. I don't have enough health really to make that worthwhile. All 3 of these guys can give you a permanent item. If you play them enough, there's just a chance. The slot machine can give you $1. That's 99 cents. This guy can give you an item called Scatole, which makes it so flies don't attack you. And the blood bank can give you 1 of 2 items. The blood bag, which is a health up / speed up. That's really cool. And the IV bag, which is just a portable blood bank, and that's not great. Again, I always go into these. Controversial choice. This time it did not pay out. Lost a spirit heart for that. But it is a risk-reward thing. I am in the catacombs, which is the dick version of the cave. These enemies suck. This is really tough. Yeah, I feel like I can already tell that this is not going to go well for me. This is going to be a shorter video. It's going to take some amazing items to get success at this point. Especially if you're just going to keep giving me the room full of these guys. These guys suck. If I had money, they actually take away some money when they hit you as well. But they have a lot of health, and that one's kind of glitching out. They have a lot of health, as you can see, just 4 or 5 quad shots to kill them. And they have an unpredictable kind of movement pattern, and they shoot in that V pattern, which I always want to dodge range down. Well, that's not a big deal. I have lots of range ups. I always want to dodge out of the way, and really you want to let them shoot straight at you. Okay, let my piercing shots do some work there. These guys aren't too bad. I'm not remotely close to being able to go into this room over there, though. I need full health. And I have very much the opposite of that. So again, as you can see, it just takes some bad luck and just a little bit of sloppiness on your part to make a big difference in making the game a lot harder. So kind of played chicken with those guys there. Come on. Okay, what's that tarot card? The World. It's going to show me everything. That's going to be worth it. I wanted to see where the secret room was. Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows gives me temporary invincibility. It's actually a pretty good item. I'm going to re-roll it because I don't want to replace my d6. This might end up being the mistake that cost me the game. Guardian Angel is okay. It's this little shield. And it goes a lot faster than other shields, and it makes other shields that are around you go faster. I moved down there a little bit. I was hoping to blow up the blood bank at the same time. Unicorn Horn. That's definitely better than Book of Shadows. I'm kind of tied to this d6, though. So again, that might be my downfall. But I don't want to take it. If I would have re-rolled it if I would have had a re-roll available. Don't have enough money for the shop. Got these guys. These guys suck because their bombs have a surprisingly large radius. You can feel like you're getting out of their way and not even be close to it. But with like a room layout like this where I can have decent maneuverability, they're not too bad. I much prefer them to the greed heads. There's kind of 2 enemies in these areas that will really... And just no hearts. Give me some hearts. This is the dead version of Larry Jr., known as the Hollow, I think. He's pretty easy. Yeah, trickier pattern, but it's okay. Alright. I didn't even get hit on that boss, and it did not warrant to deal with the devil for some reason. A little more health. Down to the 4th floor, where hopefully my luck will improve. Curse of Darkness isn't a great way to start things off, but it is the caves, not the catacombs. I like that. Easy room. Gonna make me work for it. I think we know what that pill is, but I can't remember. Range down. That's not worth taking. When you... so every run, like, white pills will always be white pills. Always do the same thing on your run. But on the next run, white pills will do different things. If that makes sense. Now, there are situations in which range down pills are an advantage, believe it or not. There's an item called Ipecac, which makes you throw those green bombs like those guys in the last floor. It's really powerful, and it's really dangerous because you can hurt yourself. And I usually, if I can find a range down pill with that, I like to take it. Because otherwise, it's really hard to hit enemies because if they're too close to you, you have a minimum range with that item. That's a really powerful item, though. Like, getting that on the 1st floor is a real good indicator of success. You just have to be careful with it. I used to hate it because I just hurt myself with it. And I got a little bit better at using it. And not as much. I always like this layout because it's a little bit like a puzzle. You just have to know the order to take those guys. That guy probably should have blown up. This will take me to a deal with the devil, the Joker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double my keys. I'm going to save it because I might get a deal with the devil anyway. So if I get a deal with the devil, great. I'll take it, and then I'll use this on the next floor. If the Guardian Angel saved me there. If I don't get a deal with the devil on this floor, I will take it. Because even though health is a big concern for me, and it may seem foolish to start trading away my hearts, offense is defense in Isaac. Like, the more damage you can do, the less likely you are to take damage. Those spirit hearts are going to help in that respect. Harlequin Baby is something I'll almost always take. It's not my favorite item in the world, but I kind of like how it synergizes with Quad Shot. Got a really nice, I don't have to be very accurate. These guys can be a real pain in the ass if I'm doing enough damage to kind of ameliorate that. And I'm going to go ahead and just fully explore the floor. There's a room up here I didn't get to. I have a pretty good visualization, in my mind of, like, the Curse of Darkness doesn't fuck me up that much. I can usually keep in mind, like, areas I haven't gone to pretty well. But I attribute that solely to video games. Like, playing too many video games means. Now, that's interesting. There's 2 locked doors, one of which is a library. I have 13 keys. So, because I think we ran into another locked door. This is just a shop. I can't do anything with that. The other one I think is a library, and I might have wanted to... It might be worth switching to a health-gaining book. Or a damage-dealing book at this point. But I'm not going to go back and look for the other one. I just kind of want to see what that was. This amount of keys will more or less, keep me through the rest of the game, bearing a couple of different circumstances. So, let's just fight the boss. And again, if he doesn't feel like giving me a deal with the devil, then I've got a card. So this is Peep. I hate Peep. The Peep family of bosses is probably my least favorite. Something about Peep, I get hit by Peep. So these eyes, it's keeping a lot of things in mind. I end up dodging in the wrong direction a lot. The dead version of Peep, which is known as the Bloat, which is 1,000 times worse. The Bloat is harder, like I think as hard as like the final bosses in the game. There, of course I got hit, not surprised. And there's a champion Bloat that shoots bombs that is way worse too. So this is excellent. This is the pentagram. It's a straight up damage upgrade. It's the only one you can get from a boss. And so that, so Guppy's tail is one of the cat items. If you get all 3 cat items, you turn into Guppy, which is really powerful. That turns a lot of regular chests into golden chests. And that might be worth picking up if I had the Spirit Hearts for it, because I have 13 keys. The Moon and Stars is the Whore of Babylon. If you have 1/2 heart or less, you turn into like a demon. And that's really powerful too, but I don't have the things to take advantage of it. So I'm going to hit reroll. I'm going to take the Pact. It gives you 2 Spirit Hearts, so it trades your regular hearts for Spirit Hearts, but increased rate of fire and highly increased damage. Probably worth it. And let's go ahead and hit the Joker right off the bat here. Now, that's Guppy's head. That's another one of the cat items. It's pretty good. And this is some incorrect Isaac. I should have waited until I had a charge on my D6, because I could have gotten like a mom's knife or something. That was actually pretty stupid to use this right away. Guppy's head is decent. You can use every room and it makes flies. I'm going to take the mark. I've used up almost all my health, but this is, again, increased damage and tears. I'm going total glass cannon. High risk, high reward. And it's already punishing me because these guys suck. I swear I'm not engineering a bad run for myself, because I know I said I wanted that. I'm probably just, 1, having some bad luck, and 2, maybe my decision making is hindered by Dayquil. If possible. But though that room would have taken me like 3 times as long if I hadn't taken both those damage upgrades. So you can, so I consequently took less damage in those rooms. I guarantee it. So it really is a trade-off. At this point, my number 1 priority would be getting something that generates health. So a library on this floor would be fantastic, because I have a good chance of getting Book of Revelations. A little trick. Again, you can make a little bridge. What's this pill want to do? Bombs are key. Yee! I'm not crazy about that. I don't really need 13 bombs. And 2 keys is a little slim. But let's hope that works out. See how quickly I'm taking these guys out in 2 shots now. And I'm going to take less damage on this room because of it. So really, again, as I said, offense is defense in Isaac. Especially if you're on a real dickish floor like this one, Necropolis. I couldn't really do anything about getting out of the way of that guy, sadly. Okay, I thought this was range down, but it's not. Yeah, bad gas. It's just an area effect poison, fart. And, yeah. But unless you know what it is ahead of time, it's really hard to use it effectively. So very low on health here. That's my number 1 concern. Doing excellent damage, but the very definition of a glass cannon kind of build. To overuse, like an overused term. I can definitely check for secret rooms though, because I took that bombs or key pill. I have way too many bombs. Not too many bombs. You never have too many bombs. Alright, I am going to fight Super Greed here, because I find him a little bit easier than regular Greed, because his shots do that split, so if you stay straight down the middle, it's really hard for him to hit you. And because he's going to give me a lot of money. And this time he gave me I didn't know he dropped tarot cards. Temperance creates a blood bank. So I may end up using that, we shall see. But if I lose it, it's not a big deal, because, not the end of the world there. Ooh, okay, so this is going to turn into an upgrade, the Eternal Heart. I talked about those in the last episode, I think. So these things are similar to those greed heads, in that when they hit you, They take away money, as you can see. This is Pinky Eye. This gives some of my shots poison effect. I'm shooting 4 shots, so I'm getting more chances of the poison effect. It's worth it. They really want me to take Unicorn Horn, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take Halo of Flies. I've got 3 things spinning around me. That's tons of defense. And that's going to be pretty huge. Now, I wouldn't want to use blood. One interesting quirk about blood banks is that they always take your Eternal Heart first. So if I were to use it now, I would definitely lose that Eternal Heart upgrade, and that is not that's not worth it. I wish I hadn't picked up the Eternal Heart and I could use the blood bank and get my hearts back with all these hearts that are just on the map. But that's just going to give me some money, and I'm not really doing kind of a money strategy in this one. Really, my best case scenario for this money is running into a beggar, because I have enough to make something good happen with him. That slot machine is not worth my key by any means, or even a bomb. I am going to fully explore the floor to see what's down here. These guys aren't so bad. They're called buttlickers, or bee-lickers, I think is the name of the creature. And they, if the first one is alive, they follow the first one. If the first one dies, they scatter. So this would ordinarily be a real shithead boss. But I have piercing shots. So this one, you kill the heart first. I think I fought him in another video. And he's got some poison damage going on. And then I have to hit this guy from behind, but because my shots travel through him, no problem. So that ended up being really easy. This is a tears upgrade. I have, like, your tear speed goes down when you have 4 shots. I'm pretty tempted to re-roll this and get a potential for a health upgrade, which is what I'm going to do. I got Pageant Boy, worst boss item you can get. That sucks, but it does mean I have 15 cents, so we will go to the shop. That was, you know, again, just bad luck. Most of the items you can get from bosses are health upgrades. Mom's coin purse. I'm going to buy this because I know that a health up pill is in the mix. Is this it? No. Is this it? Range up, I'll take it. Range bombs are key, thank you. And let's hope this is a good pill because I have 2 of them. Bad trip. Well, that's a terrible pill. I could keep it as a full health pill, but the most it's going to give me is 2 hearts, or 3 hearts once this Eternal Heart fires. Not worth it. Things are looking very grim. If I had to guess, I'm either going to die in a tough room on this next floor, or in the womb. At most, I'm going to get to the cathedral. These are a common least favorite enemy in the game for people. Yep. We'll get out of there. Alright. There's a library, though. I'm going to use these so they don't show up again. And then my goal is to come back and re-roll one into a Book of Revelations. Monster Manual gives you a random familiar. Telepathy for Dummies. Every 2 rooms gives you homing shots. There's an item that gives you homing shots all the time. So Telepathy for Dummies is a terrible item. Uses up your spacebar slot. Only works half the time. Die. I don't want those things to come around. Okay. I wish I had a bomb to go get that. Alright, these guys are no problem. They just follow the pattern. I can re-roll now, so I could go back to the library, but I want to see if I want to use my re-roll for my item room first. So I have a heart on the screen down there. I'm going to do a risky strategy. I'm going to use the blood bank. Oh, well, I wasn't going to use it until I got down to 1 heart so I can go to this boss trap room. But I just got the health upgrade right off the bat. That's nice. Another thing you can do is if I had a bomb, if I put a bomb here, I could use it to bomb my way into that boss trap room, which is kind of a cool advanced technique. But I don't have 2 bombs, let alone 1. Or 1 bomb, let alone 2, as it were. As is the actual expression, as it makes sense. Okay. I could use a bomb. Like, I would like to be able to do that, but I stand by my decision of taking that bombs or key pills again. So these guys are called leapers. They suck. They're really tough. They're really unpredictable. The trick is when one of them jumps up into the air to move, because when he lands, he's going to shoot in the 4 cardinal directions. So you just have to be watching a lot of things at once. Nice chain reaction there. I didn't take the Polaroid down there because you get the Polaroid automatically. for Mom, and I kind of want Pinky Eye while I'm fighting Mom. Because I like Pinky Eye. It's an underrated trinket. I think it's almost as good as the Common Cold, which gives you poison for all your shots. It only gives you poison for some of your shots, but poison only has a chance of working. It doesn't work all the time anyway. So here's one of the sins. This is Wrath. He's one of the easier sins. I do have a bomb. He will give me a bomb-related item, but I would like him to blow up this Tinted Rock over here. Yeah? Come on, buddy. Good. And that's going to do nothing. He can hurt himself with bombs, but he has a lot of HP, and he doesn't take very much damage to bombs. But he should be not so bad. This is a fun little... I like this boss fight, though, or this little mini-boss fight, because it's a nice little reference to Bomberman. Edmund McMillan and company know their gaming history, so to speak. Now, if I don't use my reroll in the item room, I'm going to use it on the library. Getting that Book of Revelations would be nice, and maybe even key, but it's also only going to give me a Spirit Heart every 6 rooms. So, again, I'm maybe not playing like scientifically perfect Isaac right now, because I should have gone back and rerolled it as soon as I had the charge available. And I will take Rainbow Baby, so I will be rerolling that. Rainbow Baby shoots random shots. So my offense is excellent. My offense and my defense is actually very good with those my Halo Flies, my Guardian Angel. The only thing that I want is more health. Okay, so like about the D6. The D6 is, we're rapidly approaching the time when you want to definitely be getting rid of the D6. After you have access to item, you no longer have access to item rooms and shops. Currently, I have 3 bombs. Let's see if I can bomb my way into that boss trap room. Nope. I can, however, check for a secret room and get a tarot card at the same time. And that's worth it to me. Around now is when you want to... Wheel of Fortune's are pretty terrible. That just creates a random slot machine. But, where am I going? Okay, I was going to the shop. For some reason, I wanted to go to the library. Anywho, you want to get rid of your D6 around now. Like when you stop running into items rooms is when you want to get out of that. Because its usefulness greatly diminishes. Yeah, let's roll with Book of Shadows. It's not a great item, but it gives you invincibility for a long time. It's about 12 seconds. Here's an advanced tactic. So I can use a bomb to get a bomb. That's not usually a good try. But if I put a bomb here, I'm also checking for a secret room. You have to stack every advantage you can. I also could have put down my Wheel of Fortune card next to it, which is what I should have done. And then I also would have blown up that, checked for a secret room, and gotten a bomb. So at the cost of nothing. That would have been smart. So for this boss fight, got rid of my D6, which is good. It's Red Mom, which is good. There's a Tinted Rock, which is good. I get hit, which is bad. Twice, which is insane. I am just out of it. There's no reason I should have taken 12 damage, or 2 damage so far on this fight. And now my invincibility is gone, but hopefully I've woken up a little bit. Yep. I got hurt right there at the last second. There's a little explosion that happens in the middle of the screen. It's pretty annoying. But I'll get Squeezy, which is one of my favorite items. It's a Tears Up plus 2 Spirit Hearts. And even though I think my tears are at maximum. So you can see Book of Shadows recharges every 3 rooms. So I'm going to try not to be super stingy with it. I can't remember what that is. Bad gas. Worth taking over... Well, actually... So that's not what I wanted. I was hoping that would be a... maybe we'll leave bad gas there. I'll end up getting hurt trying to get it. I was hoping that would be a Fortune Teller machine. Fortune Teller machines have a high rate of payout for Spirit Hearts. I'm just tearing through guys, though. My damage is really excellent. So that gives me some hope. And I found the boss really quickly. Also gives me hope. The Utero, the Cathedral, Utero 2... the chest, you don't want to explore all of it. You just want to go right to the boss, which is why the compass is such a great item. So, I mean, even though I could find a library and get a Book of Revelations, I could find an arcade, it's not really worth risking myself for it. Alright. So, going invincible. I'm getting real up on him because I have those guys spinning around me, which are going to cause extra damage to him. It gives you a little warning when it's about to run out. Then you just have to worry about this. This is one of the harder mini-bosses. He's going to give me a cube of meat, which is... I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten more of those in my playthroughs for the video series. It's real worthless to me right now. So it's going to take the place of one of my flies. Cube of meat is an item that's perpetual. Like, as you get more of them, they get better. So a second level cube of meat shoots. A third level cube of meat becomes a little guy to run around and help you. And a fourth level cube of meat powers him up. Brimstone's interesting. Brimstone's going to take 4 times as long to charge because of my quad shot. It's also going to do enough damage to one-shot just about everything. So why not? Let's go crazy. 2 hearts are devalued in the womb. Like, everything does 1 damage. So that's just 2 hits that cost me. I could end up totally eating my words though. So, but you see how much I did? Almost half of Loki's damage life on 1 hot shot. So Loki took 3 shots instead of 10. That's really good. I've got a lot of familiars to shoot while I'm charging, which is good. I stand by my decision. It might end up being a mistake. Those 2 hits. I've also got some invincibility from Book of Shadows. So those 2 hearts could end up making or breaking me. I hope that they don't, though. But I have no conception that I'm going to be able to beat Isaac or the Blue Baby. I probably won't even get to the chest on this run. So, actually, that's not true. I could very easily get to the chest. Getting through the womb without getting hurt, or without getting hurt very much, is not too tough. You get an achievement for going through each set of rooms without being hurt, and this one is called Mama's Boy, to do the womb, because you're essentially in your mother's vagina, and it's a lot easier to get than the one for the preceding set of levels. Oh, this sucks. Preceding set of levels, which is called Dark Boy, that took me for fucking ever to get, and that is excellent. So this guy's gonna help me out if he doesn't blow himself up. Sometimes he creates live bombs. And he gives me an HP upgrade. Very helpful. Alright. I guess the only thing I would have preferred to that would have been like a nun's habit. This is a Book of Shadows worthy room. Okay. But a nun's habit would have made my Book of Shadows get charged up a lot more frequently. And would have maybe been a stay of execution for me. But I'm not going to have the Book of Shadows for this boss. I think it's worth fighting one more room to get that charged up. Time will tell if that's wise. It was wise. That is no problem. So, I'm going to fight Mom. When I have Brimstone, I have a kind of a strategy I like to do. Which is go around the side, hit both these guys at once, and then do my battling from over here. And didn't get everybody with that, which sucks. That's okay. I didn't get everybody with that either. Shit. But you can see I'm doing an incredible amount of damage to Mom. And she's going to be throwing bombs. And I'm going to be turning on Book of Shadows as soon as it looks like I'm about to be hurt. But saving it is not actually a terrible idea because individual rooms in the cathedral can very easily be harder than the Mom boss fight. I'm waiting for all the creep to go away. Going on up to the cathedral. Alright. I do not know which direction to go in. You are not worth the Book of Shadows. You guys probably aren't, even though you're probably going to hurt me to make me pay for that statement. I really like one-hitting guys. Like, it makes these rooms like slower and more tactical, and as opposed to like panicky and ridiculous. Yeah, no. That's he takes health. He can give me deal with the devil items, which are great. Not worth it when I have so little health. By any means. Okay. Yeah, one-hitting those guys is huge. I might actually have a chance. But this one is way less, this is less handed to me than those last couple runs. Like, if I make this, it's going to be by the skin of my fucking teeth. I am doing a lot of damage, but I sacrificed a lot. Shit. Okay. I'm just getting cocky, and that's the game's punishing me for it. Getting tons of money. Unnecessary. And there's nothing to drop spirit hearts for me. And that's really what I need. Like some tinted rocks, some spirit hearts of some kind. This guy needs to drop us. Everybody's dropping regular hearts, which I can't do much with. Okay, so Book of Shadows is ready. I might die here. There's a very good chance, actually. Let's see. So, shit, I didn't charge up long enough. The reason why I used it right away is because Isaac has multiple forms, and his first form is the hardest, I think. Second form is also hard, but his rate of fire goes down a little bit. He starts shooting those telekinetic bolts instead. I am doing a lot of damage to him. Third form is also hard just because of the angel fetuses. Isaac kind of ceases to become too much of a problem. I guarantee I wouldn't be alive right now if I hadn't picked up that Halo of Flies, which is blocking a lot of shots. It can't block those beams from heaven, sadly. Alright, so we did make it to the chest. Our success is going to depend on what we get in these 4 items. This is maybe the best set of items I could have hoped for. Lard is 2 health upgrades. Rosary is 3 spirit hearts. Polyphemus has a huge damage increase. It's going to make this take longer to charge, but I'm going to do way more damage. And the Game Kid is invincibility plus damage. I'm actually going to keep Book of Shadows, because I'm going to be doing my own damage. I don't need Game Kid to do damage. So we now have a shot. Let's see if I can make it happen. I'm going to keep these guys synced up like this. This is going to be a lot better for me. Yeah. That's Cain's Eye. That gives you a chance of having the compass for a floor, but I think you have to have it when you enter the floor. I don't think it'll do anything for me if I pick it up now. That is poisonous poop. If I touch that, that will hurt me. It won't poison me, I guess. It's just going to burn. Oops. The whiff. Okay, War's walking around. The Lard is a big speed down, so he is a lot faster than me now, but I'm also doing insane amounts of damage, so this is worth Book of Shadows. These guys suck. Even though I did essentially one-shot them. I can't, like, I don't want to say for certain I'm going to win this, but if I win this again, like, and it's 3 in a row, that does not usually happen for me. Just to let you guys know. Like, I have good Isaac luck. I feel like I'm pretty good at the game. I don't usually get past Blue Baby three runs in a row like that. Okay, I wish I had Book of Shadows for this room, because this is definitely worth it. Alright. Okay. Getting those hearts is important. I forgot that Lard doesn't actually fill you up. It just gives you heart containers, and some of them can be empty. These guys are really not a problem with the high damage output I have. Filling up that heart is probably worth it. If I had like a full health pill or like some way to recharge my health partway through this fight, I would feel a lot more confident. The bloat, there he is. My least favorite boss in the game. This guy could definitely end my run if I didn't have Book of Shadows charged up there. Because even though I guess I did kill him in 2 hits, but that guy fucking sucks. And when you get like a random assortment of bosses for the chest, and I definitely have shitty luck. Like I'm getting these guys are called Carrion Queens. It's a dead version of something called Chub. These guys suck. This room could suck because it takes me forever to charge my shots, but my familiars helped me out. So I'm down to 5 hearts. It's not great. Game Kid would be worth taking if I decide, because that will, if I eat enough enemies through it, it will heal me. And that will be worth taking if I don't have, well, that actually might be worth taking into the final fight regardless. I don't know how I didn't take damage there. I'm just not charging very fast. I knew that would be a thing, but not like this. Okay. The reason, the argument against taking Game Kid would be that I probably do more damage just through 2 shots of this, which I could definitely charge up and use 2 or 3 of these during the time I'm invincible ordinarily. So it's a real tricky wicket. That. Do I want to do a little bit more damage, or do I want a chance to possibly heal myself partway through the battle when the angel fetuses come out? I can eat them. I've got full health. I'm gonna go in with the Book of Shadows. Use that right away. Get right up on him. Okay. This is not a done deal, but I do feel pretty good about it. If I can... The problem is I want to aim for Blue Baby. I don't want to aim for these angel fetuses. And I might even get through this without taking a hit, which is insane. For some reason, I have decided to chronicle, like just start chronicling my Binding of Isaac at the very point in which I've become amazing at Binding of Isaac. Or just very lucky. You guys are watching a crazy lucky streak of this game. But thank you for watching. Uprate, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Listen to the podcast.